These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning, Skippy.
Woot, woot. Good morning. Look at that HD. You see Skippy in HD.
Skippy finally got himself a proper camera today. So let's hopefully we have less problems with Skippy today, outside of the normal spewing of nonsense. But
Take after you.
yes.
Learn from the best.
First things first, it is a lovely Monday, January 27th. The Super Bowl logo for next year has been released. I don't know if you've seen.
I have not.
The colors. So it's holding true so far, the color conspiracy. This year's colors were red and green. Next year's color, it's all blue.
But is it
Bills,
Honolulu
Lions. The picture I saw looked very Honolulu blue. I'm going Bills, Lions. I'm putting a futures bet down. Bills, Lions, Super Bowl. $50. The Super Bowl America wants.
Should have been this year.
Should have been. Hey, what can you do?
I saw a video of a bunch of people carrying a bunch of duffel bags, and the caption was the Chiefs paying the refs off.
I didn't watch either game. I saw a few minutes of the Chiefs-Bills game just because I was rooting for the Bills. But yeah, really had zero interest in football. So, welcome, Justin. Nice to see you. While he's on, I saw his post this morning.
Oh,
congratulations on feedspot.com, or I'm sorry, podcast.feedspot.com. He was listed as the fourth best food truck podcast in the world.
Oh, who was ahead of him?
Oh, I don't know. Bill Moore's podcast, the OG of food trucking.
I've tried to listen to the little 10-minute podcast. I can't do it. It's so monotone. I want to claw my eyes out.
I was hoping it was going to be better live when I saw him at the conference, but yeah, I had a hard time with it too. And yours truly, the Monday morning food truck came in second. So,
hey, I know the owners, or the creators, or the hosts, or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Technically, you're the owner. I'm just
it's awesome that we're, number 2 in the world of food truck podcasts, but you would think that this would start generating some income for us. I mean, maybe to the point where we're breaking even on the thing.
You know what?
I'm not asking for a lot.
Why don't we just talk about food trucks? I mean, in the football talk and everything else.
It's pretty minimal. It's not that bad. But yeah, so Skippy, I'm told that you need to turn your mic up if you can. You might have to dig in the settings a little bit. You are sounding a little soft. Fran is listening though on TikTok. Yeah, Justin says he's only 2 spots behind us and he's only posting once a quarter. Yeah, whatever. Quality, not quantity. We are the opposite. Quantity over quality. Skippy, can you give me a test real quick?
Can you hold on a second?
Okay, I'm just saying you might not have to up your microphone is all.
Oh. Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, show me that I'm not just staring at a blank space.
Well, I was trying to do it so you didn't have to do that.
No, it's fine. It was right here. It's okay. I'll have my trucker helmet on.
Fran, is that better? If you could let us know. Better.
Great. See? I don't know. I tried to use the microphone out of the new camera, and it said it was already in use. And I'm like, well, how's that possible? So we will figure something else out.
Yep, you get it. You'll get it. Is it a detachable microphone?
No, it's embedded.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
I would move it, but I bet I'd break it. So we're just going to go ahead and keep it.
You just got it. You'll figure out your default microphone, and I'm sure there's just something else that is not actually using it, but has the capabilities to use it. So it's got it clicked in somewhere. So no worries. Everything is hunky dory. Yeah, boogers. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Yeah, we just dropped number 3. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. It was a big week last week.
It was a big week. We both worked, didn't we?
Yeah.
How's the trailer coming along?
Working hard. I got it put together just enough to be able to do what we needed to do for the weekend. So that was what had to be done. Finally got a couple days of warm-ish weather. But yeah, I mean, really, the last time we talked, I think I had all the flooring was down and the baseboards were down. So at that point, it was just starting to move equipment back in, type of thing. So, good morning, Bertie, Jason. So yeah, we started getting tables in, and the warming cabinet got put in the day before I needed it, which is fine.
So the floor is down.
Floor is down, baseboard. Yeah, it's all done. Floor's done, baseboard's done. Yeah, we're just moving stuff back in now, slowly, making sure the walls are as clean as possible.
We have to rebuild the cabinet still.
Front is done. Excuse me. No, that one doesn't have to be rebuilt. That cabinet's in. That was the first thing to go back in.
Oh, okay. So your sinks still need to be.
Yeah. Let me see if I got a picture here. Might be not opening. Hello. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of a mess, but let's go share screen. And it's not the right one. Why can't I see my other tab? Window. Let's go window. There we go. Share. So yeah, those 2 tables in, and then the service window cabinet was in, and then proofing cabinet was also in. So it's starting to.
What are the pieces of angle on the left-hand side next to that cabinet?
Where the broom is?
Is that a broom? Yes, where the corner broom is, yes.
Yep. So that's the brackets that hold the steam table in place, and the other one is for the sandwich prep table. So those both have L brackets attached to them, angle brackets attached to them, so they slide together and you screw through. Holds everything to the wall.
So how do we like the floor? I mean, how do we?
It's fine.
Looks like you're using it well. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
is that just so? Is the bottom part of your wall? Is that just that rollout stuff? Okay, all right.
Yep.
I can't remember what it's called. Tread plate.
Yes.
Not tread plate, but kit plate.
Yeah. So what was there before was just a sheet of diamond plate, and then it had a quarter round aluminum quarter round underneath that. Yeah, this worked fine. Double-sided tape, and then we sealed the bottom edge and the top edge to keep as much moisture out as possible from getting behind it. So
I see where the proofer and the freezer go.
Yes. Well, that was original freezer, so now that's fridge, but yeah.
All right.
Yep. So that's that. Well, so
good.
yeah, it's coming along. I got the warming table, steam table in there last night, just not in yet. It's warmer in the trailer than it is in my garage, so doing all the deep cleaning on some of this stuff now as it gets back into the trailer, letting it warm up, and like the back wall of that steam table that's up against the wall of the trailer obviously doesn't get cleaned or can't get cleaned unless we pull the table out. So Getting a lot of that stuff done now, and some real super detailed cleaning on some stuff that hopefully will be like new when we open back up in 7 weeks. So, yeah, I got enough done to.
Weeks.
Yeah, I know it goes too freaking fast.
Any update on Smoker?
I sent them an email yesterday, just seeing if they had a better idea of time frame. But yeah, I mean, it said 16 weeks, and 16 weeks for me is still 7 weeks away. So,
Completely.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All will be fine. But yeah, we had our pre-order stuff for this last weekend to pick up on Saturday. We did it all heat and serve. I think we ended up with 9 total orders. Not bad. It's $600 or something like that. I mean, obviously we would have liked to have been more. It's not a huge football weekend. I mean, yeah, conference championships and stuff, but it's not like people are throwing parties for that weekend. It worked out well because of our tasting, because we were already going to be cooking. So we were able to combine kind of what we were doing for both events into one cook. So we didn't have to try to finagle a quarter batch of mac and cheese and stuff or something like that. So we were able to probably use less food, even though I cooked way too much for both, because my math wasn't mathing in my head for whatever reason. But I have brisket and pork for myself for this week to eat. So
for the foreseeable future.
I've really enjoyed my brisket, egg, and cheese McMuffins in the morning. Been very tasty. So yeah. So yeah, we did that, and then we had our tasting, which went really well. We had 6 total events, 4 weddings and two open houses. Stopped by for tastings. We did $20 tickets, and the only thing that tickets were really I was hoping to cover with that was pretty much the room. So that way, even if we're not out a ton, and then if they book with us, we apply that whatever they bought in tickets to their event. So I think we sold a total of 15 tickets. One of those people was just one of our customers that wanted to come eat food, so which was fine. Whatever.
No problem.
She ended up going home with a whole full half pan of brisket. So at the end of the day, because she was just kind of hanging out, we still had food. It was like there's only so much I can do with stuff. So do you want some food?
Oh, she's
like, yeah. Oh yeah.
Loved you.
Loved me a long time. So yeah, all in all, it was good. Like I said, I think every single event is booking with us. So I think we were 100% booked.
So how did you play it? I assume it was you and Chris, or you, Chris and Caleb, or
just me and Chris, which was more than enough. Yeah. So we set it up just like we normally would for any buffet event, except for we did half pans of everything instead of full pans. That way we could kind of condense the number of chafing dishes we had. And we did pretty much our entire buffet menu available.
Oh,
so
okay.
The only thing we didn't...
Hot sides, cold sides.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't do was green salad and shredded chicken.
Did ribs too?
No, we don't do ribs for catering.
Oh, okay.
So, we had brisket, pork, chicken pieces, chicken wings, sausage, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, bacon, green beans, coleslaw, potato salad. Yeah, we did it all. Nothing but good comments. So, I've already gotten confirmations from 2 within 24 hours that we're for sure booking. So yeah, one of them had already paid a deposit. So they were pretty much locked in. A couple of them had never had our food. A couple of them had a person that had our food recommended to them to us, type of thing. So one of them had our food at a wedding last year. So yeah, all in all, I mean, yeah, good. We had the plates and silverware that are included with service, and then we had samples of the upgraded plates and silverware. Answered a lot of questions. It was nonstop talking for an hour and 40 minutes. So
Did you get good feedback?
Yeah, everybody said the food is great. I'll send out another email, kind of just looking for some points of improvement for next time.
How did you have your, I guess, your menu prices listed? Did you just give everybody like a flyer?
So, yep, I printed out our sheet, our buffet pricing sheet, and dropped it off with anybody. There was one person that wanted full truck with full menu. So we just kind of talked about that, how that pricing works and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, the Hyatt was it was $500 for a room that was more than big enough for what we needed it for. I would have probably added on coffee and water service, and probably will next time. I brought bottles of water, but I didn't think about it until the night before that I didn't add on like water and coffee. So, having done events and stuff before, my previous world, knew that was not automatically included. So,
so you provided everything, charged $20 a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
What size portions were you giving out?
We didn't serve anybody.
Oh, they served themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you weren't trying to limit portion size whatsoever.
No, like I said, we weren't trying to cover the cost of the food.
I understand.
Right? We knew it was a net loss for the day, unless everybody books. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's no different for us than someone coming up and we're giving out, samples to a bride and groom. That's, we're giving out 1.5 pounds of food and some sides, like, so.
Yeah, no, I get it for sure.
The only difference is we're not selling the rest of the food that's on the table. So,
right.
Yeah,
that's something I had to wrestle with this weekend, is a little extra food. So we'll talk about that.
But yeah, it all went well. We'll do it again next year for sure. We will try to get it planned a little bit better next year, a little further in advance. We'll try to have it all set by the time we are done for the season. So that way we can let people know as they're, and it's not one of those, I think we're going to do this. We're not really sure. We might try it this year. We just have it ready to go. So who knows, maybe we have our own brick and mortar that we can do it out of by that time. So
cool.
Stuff's starting to come off that I have looked at in the past off the market. So
what do you mean?
Buildings that I've looked at in the past are starting to come off the market. The Arby's that I was semi-interested in, the sign was down when I drove by it yesterday. So maybe a snowplow. There was too much snow.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, really it just knocked it down.
Really windy.
Really windy. But yeah, I mean, I think there's like that kind of scenario would be, even though it was, $5,000 a month in lease without utilities or any other things. Yeah. And I have no idea the amount of equipment in it, but is it doable? Yeah. Like we can cover that cost in sales.
You need to find a little subway.
So, yeah, we could cover the cost. We can make that up in sales. I have no doubt about that.
So would you do, because we never talked about like the menu that I was going to do, but would you do chopped brisket still, or would you actually slice it for service?
We'd still do chop. I don't know that we would change much, unless we were doing like platters. Yeah, then maybe we might go to doing brisket by or to order type of thing off the brisket.
There's a lot of, I'm not gonna say unknowns, but like you almost have to really teach somebody how to slice a brisket.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. I mean, it's not overly hard, but it's not easy because it
takes practice, and
people don't understand. You got to let the knife do the work and not just hammer it. So it's gonna, by the time you're done slicing it, it's in 4 pieces anyway.
Yeah, I Chris has had many conversations with me on knife skills, and even not even just brisket, but like anything, like slicing an onion, your first motion isn't a stationary knife down. The knife should be moving by the time it hits
Absolutely.
the onion. And then let the weight of the knife do the work.
The only way your knife should go straight to the ground or straight to the cutting board is if you're dicing an onion.
Yeah, I mean, even then, you leave the tip on the board.
Yeah.
It should not be, you're not working with a couple of butcher's knives and.
Animal.
Like, this shouldn't be that loud of an event.
Yeah.
As long as you keep the knife sharp.
As long as it goes on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what is going to be in the next year? But we're definitely at the point where it's being looked at more seriously. So.
I mean, so I can tell you the last 2 days have been a whirlwind of
a dream come true.
Well, it's a whirlwind of emotions. Let's put it that way. I just to buy everything I needed for the weekend and going forward. I mean, it's like I didn't get all the dry goods I needed when I did my first order from Cisco, so I had to go and take care of that. But it's like I had to go to I hadn't run the smoker in like 3 weeks, so I had to go plug it in, make sure it still works. That was the biggest thing. Make sure it still goes. And of course it didn't go. So here I am on Wednesday night when it's like -2 with my drill and trying to take the shroud off the rotisserie thing. And then I realized that there's a little stock piece of metal that's out that I have to slide back in or else it just won't turn. So I got it all done and it worked. It was good. So I was overly happy with that. The next day, I got there and I put all the big meats on because I already had that. And then I went basically shopping for the day for everything. And I have absolutely no idea why one county away, there's only one county between Jackson and Washtenaw, or Ann Arbor and Jackson. Stores are so much different in what they carry, like the same store.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Gordons in Ann Arbor, Ypsi area is a bigger building than the one in Jackson, but yet the one in Jackson has more stuff.
Because they're set up for more commercial. Like we have that in Grand Rapids. So the GFS that we go to carries stuff that none of the other GFSs in Grand Rapids carry.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Because they're set up, because the majority of their business is commercial business versus like some of the other ones that are very much residential friendly. Like they're like a small Meijer friendly type of thing. So they have the popcorn and the one that I frequent until they just did a remodel and included that, never had that. It was very much a box of goods. And you're more likely to find your odd size styrofoam stuff there. A better variety of like paper bags and stuff like that.
And it's just like when I walk in, and the first thing you typically walk in when you see at Gordon's is like the produce aisle, and the produce they had nothing left.
We have some work to do on your audio. Apparently, Bubba said your sound sucks, so it's not. Don't worry about it. We'll get there.
I can tell you, I don't know how to change it, so
we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Ooh, there is something new on my screen though.
What is new?
Well, so I can see, like I can change my webcam, I can change my communication, I can change my headset.
Mm-hmm.
And I can looks like I can add visual effects, but while recording, I can't. But it tells me like my uploaded, how much I've done, what my quality is, and what my platform is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's all. I've always been able to have that. So
anyway, Bubba, I apologize that I will talk louder, sir. Thank you. Anyway, so first things first, I go to Restaurant Depot.
Mm-hmm.
I was up until 3:00 the previous morning, or that morning, putting in my inventory sheets. So I think I messaged you and I said, "Hey, do you use inventory sheets?" Because obviously I was going to try to see if you wanted to email them to me, since we use a lot of the same stuff. But you kind of shot me down and said, "Nope, don't do it." So I created an inventory sheet and I left a little, like with each store, I priced matched, like go here and then come back this way, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so Restaurant Depot, I go there and I get 98% of the things I needed. Still, certain things aren't there. And then I'm driving back and I go to Gordon's and Gordon's is just dead. They have nothing, like no nothing. So then I go next door to Sam's Club and I get most of what I need from there. But then again, they don't carry certain things that my Sam's Club does.
Right.
So I'm driving back and it's like, I don't know, the meat has been on since 9 and I know I need to come back and get it by 6. And so I drive past my exit just to go to my Gordon's, get the rest of the stuff I need, substitute a couple things so I didn't feel like going back to Sam's Club, and got back. And by the time I got back, the meat was done, which I was extremely happy with because based off my timelines and what I'm thinking, it got done a little bit faster than what I thought. So it actually should work out pretty good as far as timelines go. I spent almost $2,500 in like everything I needed that I didn't already have. So that doesn't even include takeout containers because I already bought those. But just that day and everything I had to grab, a case of brisket, case of pork, case of ribs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had ordered, last time I was there, I used the disposable trays. They're like molded fiber. They're like 9 by 10, 10 by 11, whatever. Trays, molded fiber trays. And I just put a piece of wax paper over them and that's what I served them. I ordered them. They were supposed to be delivered that Thursday. It was overnight delivery. And of course, it didn't get there till Saturday. So I went out and bought trays. And you can't find molded fiber trays anywhere. It's all anywhere is online. I could have went to like Dollar General or something and got like the hefty foam trays or something like that. Yeah, it looks kind of shitty. So we ended up going with real trays, like kind of like
cafeteria trays.
Yeah, like they're called quarter sheet trays, but we were gonna go with the metal ones, but the plastic ones were half the price and more readily available. So we were worried about going with metal trays or those type of ones because as far as keeping up with dishes, if it really did get busy. So I bought 50 of them for I don't know $100, and throughout, even though we were what I would consider busy on Saturday, we never were without trays. We were able to keep up with everything, and it seemed to work out okay. And they're obviously a lot sturdier. So it brings us to Friday, our soft opening. We were open 3 to 7. One of our business neighbors next door, they own I guess you can call it an erotic candle company. The name of the business is Come to Your Effing Senses, but it's all like smelly candles and just things that you don't want to bring your mom to read the labels of these candles. I brought my daughter one time. Yeah, not good. Anyway, so they brought me a gift. They brought me a candle, and it said, yeah, very similar. Yeah, okay, very similar. So they brought me a candle that said "Making Bacon," and of course, right below it, it had 2 pigs having intercourse. But it smelled like bacon. Like it's fantastic. And then from there, I think we ended up finishing with like 20 orders. I gave everybody whatever drink they wanted. I charged normal prices. And the biggest point of feedback I got was the prices that I'm charging, the value is good for what they're getting. Had a couple people say, "Hey, we can't go out to eat for $50 and get the amount of food you gave us." So I'm like, I don't think of myself, am I just giving you way too much now? But no, it was the only real not bad, but the only negative feedback I got was later in the evening. I think it was like 6:30. One of my food truck friends and his wife came in, and they're older people, and they didn't take their coats off. So the dining room, which is pretty much an open area with metal roof beams, big ass windows that probably need to be replaced. It's 68 in there. and they thought it was very like it's 68 in my house, and they thought it was really cold.
Yeah.
So to the point where it's almost uncomfortable. I went to them, the owners, with that, and they're like, you say that, my hands are freezing.
Mhm.
So they decided to bump up the temperature to at least 70. They're very frugal people. So even though I'm, part of my rent is the light bill or the heat bill too, but
Electricity.
whatever.
The electric bill.
Light bill,
God, how old are you? 80?
whatever.
That's what those people call it.
I should be on the Progressive commercial.
I think I've asked this before. It's all on 1 meter, right? They don't.
Yeah, it's all.
The electric's not. Okay.
So basically, we're going like he's going to pull up his usage, and we're going to look at the times, and basically because Consumers Energy has something where you can look at like how much electricity is being used with the times.
Yep.
And we're going to go back through that and just that's what I'm going to pay, and we're going to do it together to make sure that I'm not overpaying or underpaying. Quite weird, but we're going to roll with it. He's going to probably find out that I'm going to probably pay more of the dumpster because I probably have more garbage than he does. But
yeah,
it was the other thing. So he's got two. It was two buildings put together. So he's really got two furnaces. And so the back half, which is basically where my kitchen is, has its own thermometer or own thermostat. And because I had my warmer on, I had things going. I walked in there, it was like 90. We put one of the restaurant doors, like the metal doors that flap either way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how much air that blocks. And it was actually, it was good because back there it was like 57 and my area was like 80. So it also has very high ceilings, and we have 5 vents. So Thursday went good. Like I said, 20 orders, happy with it. Cleaned everything up, started the next day. We had people at 10:30 waiting, which I'm beyond humbled. And it was pretty much nonstop until we closed at 6, and still had people wanting food after we'd already thrown some of it away, which is still going to irritate me some more, but
you're fine either way.
Hi, kids.
No. They're at school.
Oh. Hi, Matt.
Nope.
Hi, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Entered it. Oh.
Did you let her come out of the basement?
No, she's off today.
Oh, okay.
She has a doctor's appointment. Her dad's going to take her.
So, yeah, nonstop. We found some flaws that we had to work with. We actually
Do you know how big your dumpster is? I'm sorry. I wanted to go back to you had mentioned the trash, and I was wanting to do some quick math while you were talking.
Oh boy, I can find out. Hold on.
Okay. So for us, we fill a cart, one of a roadside dumpster cart a day, which according to this website holds 3 to 4 trash bags. Okay. An 8-yard dumpster holds 52 to 54 bags. So 6. So yeah, we'd be about half of an 8-yard a week.
I think we're an 8-yard.
Okay.
So I have 4 trash cans in my house, the biggest ones that are available. So,
but and you got to think, once you get to summer, you're gonna be going through a whole lot more.
Yeah. So they grab it every Friday or Thursday morning. Like he was there at like 6, I think.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I think it's an 8-yard, 7 or 8, something like that. I'm looking at what it looks like, and it looks the same. So the first day I was in back making most of the orders, and my girl was up front taking the orders, and we switched because I wanted to get her trained and putting stuff together and like that. And she did an excellent job. A couple things that I put together an order sheet like here's how to make a sandwich, and I put each ingredient in the list that it needs to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make it as dummy proof as possible. And for the most part, it worked. I need to get them laminated so they don't put grease stains all over them.
This was the first time she's ever assembled a sandwich?
Not the first, but the first time, I guess, in a building. She's worked on the food truck like 2 or 3 times, but she's more comfortable assembling than being the front.
So, I was just asking because for us, I don't know if you remember, but like with not everything is straight stacked on the bottom bun type of thing.
Yes.
So it's to just do a list of things. Like here's the order the things need to go. I'm just curious if I gave that to somebody, if they would just go, Yes, share your sheet.
I am. I'm showing.
Excellent. I have always very much wanted to be able to get to the point where we're doing a picture guide of how to assemble things.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find how to find it. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh, how about a window? There we go. Sure.
And I know Justin knows what I'm talking about. All that stuff is very helpful.
You see it okay?
Yep. Where do you put the chopped brisket, top or bottom bun?
I assemble it just how it is.
But so for the Elvis, you have it Jif peanut butter goes on the bottom bun.
Correct. And then I put brisket on top, bacon jam on the top bun.
So that's what I would change. I would indicate which bun you want the brisket to go on. My only critique. Other than that, I like it. I like that you are specifying, but you did. So you only did that for the Elvis. Specified which ingredient goes on which bun.
Because
I would continue that out.
Because everything else is built on the bottom and it goes up, and then we top it.
So you put garlic right on the sandwich, not on the bun? The garlic mayo on the Longhorn doesn't go on the bun; it goes on the sandwich.
No, it goes on the bottom bun. Garlic mayo, brisket.
I got you. So I got you. Okay.
So it's built. I
had it backwards here,
so they could grab. They could just. That's how they build up.
Gotcha.
I should have flipped it the other way, maybe.
Or maybe do bottom bun.
Yeah.
Go bottom bun. There. Bottom bun. Just peanut butter. Gotcha. Okay. I didn't. Yeah. So I was just reading bun, and didn't realize you had top bun on the. Yeah. Okay. We're good.
So, top selling item on.
Yeah, Justin.
What?
Spaghetti Monster has had them day one. Picture assembly instructions.
This is the first time I've ever done it. I mean, I've had the food truck 3 years. It's the first time I've ever thought about even doing it.
Yeah.
Like people just.
Well, it's because you haven't had staff really.
Yeah. Normally, if we're at a big event or it's me doing it, I guess I haven't really given up control enough to allow people to learn. And I'm slowly doing that. We're working our way in. I know doing this adventure I'm going to need that. So I actually stayed out of, we'll get to Saturday. So Friday's number one sales was actually, we did a lot of brisket tacos. I was kind of surprised. I need to find a good sauce though. I talked to Bubba about it since he's a big taco aficionado. I think we're going to do like maybe a cilantro lime or like a chipotle crema kind of thing. That's why I asked about watering down your sour cream, so it comes out a little bit. I'm not going to say so it comes out a little looser, like a little. It's not as thick when it comes out of the bottle. Is kind of where I was going.
Well, I wouldn't use water first of all, but
no, I was thinking milk if anything. But I saw a recipe that actually uses Mexican crema to thin it out.
So try to avoid using the water down.
Yes.
Yeah. Thinning is the better term. I know.
Because I did say think, and it's an autocorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to say
think. I had no idea what question you were trying to ask. I didn't even know it was for me first, really. I mean,
you did.
And then the fact that my replies didn't instinctively make you go back and see what you typed, which means
I thought
I'm
you were
probably just
being naughty,
I
and you were absolutely being naughty. But anyway, we'll just
was not.
absolutely.
They said my cream's never sour.
Anyway,
But yeah, we use the Daisy sour cream that comes in the squeeze pouches,
mm-hmm.
and then squeeze that into a squeeze bottle. So there's a different consistency